everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic, wonderful day. Today, we have the very wonderful Frank DeMarco, who's going to be talking with us and telling us a little bit about general hospitality and the program we have on campus. Would you mind introducing yourself for the students?
Hi, I'm Frank DeMarco. I'm the coordinator of the Hospitality and Tourism program here at the John Chambers College of Business and Economics at West Virginia University. Let's go Mountaineers. My past has been very, very fun. I'm very passionate about hospitality and tourism. I've been in the industry over 30 years. After graduating with my bachelor's from West Virginia University, I went on into restaurant management, and that led me into contract food service. And my next part of the journey was into college food service for a long time, for about 8 years. I worked with a major company, Sodexo, which you may all be familiar with because that is the provider of our food services here on campus. And after that, I ended up in a small, quaint town in Elkins, West Virginia, and was part of Davis and Elkins College. And they have a lot of historic mansions on campus, and they have a hospitality and tourism program. Plus, I have a very vibrant conference services program and a fine dining restaurant, and also a country inn. So they had all these different services, and I was executive director for from 1999 to 2008. And also in 2001, I was asked to become a teaching assistant professor in the hospitality and tourism program. And one of our major goals was to take that program and move it into the business college, because we really wanted our students to have a well-rounded business foundation, because that's what the industry is looking for. So I'll touch on that in just a little bit. But then I moved on to Morgantown in 2008 and was the director of operations for the Waterfront Place Hotel, and became an adjunct at West Virginia University in 2009. And my journey continued. In 2011, I became a full teaching assistant professor here at West Virginia University. And I've been here, and we started with my colleague, Dr. AJ Alori. We started a program. We were an area of emphasis in management. Then we moved on to
there was an incubator for a little bit, and different greater things.
So we moved on to a major in 2014, and then we became an incubator. We were part of the incubator for 3 years. Now we're going to be part of the general business department, and we're very, very excited about that.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's going to be fun. Well, then I have to ask you, the really great question, since so many of our students actually come from West Virginia and they're from West Virginia. What's special about hospitality and tourism in West Virginia?
Well, what's really special, there's two things. I am adventurous. So the outdoors, that is big for our economy. Being a land grant institution, we have a lot going on with the outdoor economy here, but also, being a hotelier in my days is that we have some of the historic resorts in our area, the Greenbrier, Oglebay, Glade Springs, Stonewall Resort. So we have a lot of great resorts in our area. So there's a lot of things to do in the state of West Virginia.
I hear the rafting is beautiful. Simply gorgeous place. For many of our students, if you haven't been down to the new Reynolds Hall yet, it's gorgeous, and there's a river that comes actually right by the front of it. Okay, well, as we're talking a little bit about the hospitality and tourism program that you built, can you tell us about the program goals with the new program?
Okay, so Dr. Lori and I went to a workshop this past summer, and we reshaped our program goals for hospitality and tourism. And so number one is that our number one goal is leadership. We want to create business leaders with our program. Our number two goal is that we know that hospitality is a very general field. I think a lot of times if I ask you the question, what comes to mind when you think of a hospitality organization? And the answer is going to be usually a hotel or a restaurant, maybe a conference center, but a lot of times those are the common answers. And so we decided in operations, we are going to customize it towards our students. We teach what we call the umbrella of the hospitality and tourism industry, which covers all areas from event planning to food and beverage, lodging, transportation, social media, convention and visitors bureau, event planning. So we try to
cover you're all doing it all.
Areas. Yes. So operations is goal number 2. And then if we move on to number 3, we know that in our business, it's all about the human skills. Okay. Human relation is an important goal for us. And, you'll hear this from a lot of people. If you love dealing with people, then hospitality could be your business. You meet a lot of interesting people. And I know that a lot of times you're just like wondering, oh, maybe I'm a little introverted. All of us have a shy side of ourselves. And I know that I am shy at certain instances, but with hospitality, I think the one thing that is great is that you can, talk to people and learn about people. And it's very interesting to get to know how, why people are visiting a certain area. And then you can also, in our industry, you can create these memorable experiences for people. And I think that that's really important. So the human skills piece is still very important as we are seeing more technology come into our industry. It's still, you have to understand the balance between technology and the human engagement.
And technology is changing. Even being able to do really cool interviews like this that are personalized for our students, we weren't able to do that before.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of personalization, I got to ask you one of the fun questions that I really enjoy. What has been one of your best experiences in your long career in hospitality?
One of my best experiences in hospitality, I would say, is I really enjoyed when I planned weddings. That was one of my best experiences, because I got to work with the mothers of the brides, and like you hear the stories of the bridezilla and all this, but I just really enjoyed it. And then you're making a special day. You're part of somebody's special day, and your team is coming together, and then you see that event go off and everyone's happy, and you see the mother of the bride smiling at you and your team members. It's a great feeling. There's nothing that can replace that. So I really enjoyed that part.
Oh, I love that. That's a great answer. Yeah. And that explains about a lot of why we do what we do, right? As someone who constantly puts together conferences and workshops and things, sometimes it's just seeing that event go well and seeing people smile and knowing that it all came together, that it's really important.
Well, and I think that goes into the reason why I love teaching is that I love to do. I really enjoy helping students find their career, and you don't have to be a hospitality major or a hospitality minor. I know that a lot of our students are general business students, and for you general business students out there, I challenge you. I think a big part of our curriculum that's very important that our advisory council mandated when we started our program was to have an internship experience and make that part of our core curriculum. And, I really challenge all the general business students to get an internship, have work experience, have internships. It really will help you and really help you decide what you want to do and get your career path started. And so whatever I can do to help that process, please feel free to contact me on that.
Okay. And for our students who are really interested in what they learn over the next few weeks, who think this is just a very engaging time, do you have any advice if they want to continue to work with hospitality and tourism, or as they try to go into this industry themselves?
One thing that I like to say is the great piece about our industry is that it's all the skill sets that you're learning in the College of Business and Economics is valuable for our operations, all of our operations, from an outdoor, rafting company to a large resort. You need the skills of understanding global supply chain, understanding marketing, understanding management information systems, leadership skills. Everything that you're learning as a business student can be applied in our industry. So I really recommend trying our industry, because a lot of times you hear the stories of, you work all the time and you never get time off. But on the other side, there's some really good perks. You get to travel, you get a lot of discounts, you get to see a lot of the world. If you really, want to travel, there's opportunities there. If you just want to be in one geographic area, you can be part of the community. That's the path that I chose, is that I really like West Virginia. So I did a lot of, I've been in West Virginia for almost 30 years in the hospitality industry in different areas. And so there's a lot of different ways you can go. And, we're here to help you map that out. So feel free. One last thing, though, I did forget two of the goals that I want to talk about, and then I'll wrap this up, is our last two goals of the program are technology. We do have a hospitality innovation and technology lab, which was founded by Dr. Alori, and he is really engaged with the students to work on some of the upcoming projects. They do some robotic projects. They also do a lot of problem solving for the industry. How can technology help your business grow? Is one thing that they have been doing a lot of through the pandemic. And so I would definitely look at that. And if you're interested, I know that Dr. Alori would love for you to be part of his HIT Lab team. You'll hear more about that coming up in future sessions on this course.
And are there any opportunities for student clubs, for students who might want to be involved?
So we do have a hospitality. If you want to be involved on campus, we do have a hospitality club. You can contact me. I'm the advisor of the hospitality club, and I'll give you our president's information. And we'd love to have you join our club. We do a lot of great field trips, and we get a lot of speakers from different parts of the different areas of the industry to come to our clubs, and we also go visit them at times too.
And I'll be sure to make sure that Frank's contact information is available for everybody. You should be seeing it on your screen about now. Hopefully, it depends on how good I am with technology. I might have to go visit that lab myself to figure it out a little bit more. Thank you for taking your time to speak with us today. This has been wonderful. Do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to tell everybody before we continue on?
Well, again, I keep on forgetting we had 5 program goals.
That's okay.
One more is entrepreneurship, and that is the last one. And we want everybody to have the mindset as you start your career. It is very important that you go in with an entrepreneur attitude, and you become the owner of that business. And that's what we try to set here. And we've done that with our past alumni, and they've become very successful in the industry. So, again, thank you for giving me time today, Alicia. I really enjoyed speaking with you. And
thank you. This has been a lot of fun. And this is going to be a really fun class. We're going to have so many things that we're going to learn and figure out a lot about this industry and how students can get involved. So, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you.